Now we're entering the new marijuana age. Do you or do you not have any concern that we're going to have the corporatization of the marijuana business?
Oh, it'll happen, of course. It's already happening. There's already big companies, in a few states that are already promoting their own product. And that's cool, as long as they, I would hate to see them start growing marijuana and putting a lot of pesticides and chemicals on it so they can grow more and more and more and make more and more money. They probably will do that.
Well, if you're a mother and father, say 45, 50 years old at home, and you're saying to yourself, how do you answer the argument, well, this is a dangerous thing because marijuana is a gateway drug to a lot of harder stuff?
I think that's just a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about. They've heard that somewhere, so they repeat it, but it's not true. In fact, the opposite is true. I think more people are able to get off the strong, bad stuff by just smoking marijuana.
Well, I haven't asked you about you've got your own brand of marijuana now.
Willie's Reserve.
Willie's Reserve?
Yeah.
Well, tell me about Willie's Reserve.
Well, it comes out, I think, in March when we'll be rolling. But we are trying to grow the best, different strains of this, that, whatever. There's, a lot of different kinds, strengths of pot, so we want to try to regulate it, make it all worthwhile and in someone's budget where they can afford it.
Well, as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, another thing is you want the brand to stand for this is quality stuff.
This is
pesticides
yes.
are not in it. It's not overusing water resources.
There's a bunch of gals up in Colorado that started, that are running Willie's Reserve. We call them the high women. But it's like women's growers, I think is their legal name, but they're doing great work. And I visited a facility up there where it was bigger than a football field, where it showed marijuana being grown from the seed, and it was quite amazing to watch all that, to see how it progressed over it. And they're showing the ways to grow it, and I think Colorado probably has realized that there's a lot of money there, and a lot of other states are looking at the bottom line. So
you're talking about the tax money that comes from it.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have got to see that. They got to see what Colorado is doing and how much taxes that's bringing into them.
Right. Willie, why lend your name to this? I mean, you don't need the money, so why are you doing it?
Oh, prove a point, I think. So, I felt like that if you really believe in something, why not promote it?
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. You have a reputation for sometimes getting people high here on the bus or otherwise, and then getting them into the poker game and taking their money. I'm giving you a chance to deny that.
I can confirm it. We have a game over in Hawaii, over in Maui, and we have a little club back there called Django's, and we play poker in there all the time. And a lot of growers over there grow marijuana, and they'll bring over a couple of ounces or a pound of marijuana to sell it to me, and then sit down and play poker and let me try to win the money back.
And you do most
And sometimes I do, yeah.
Well, there's this story about Woody Harrelson, good guy you know well. The story goes that you got to smoking pretty expensive stuff with Woody. Then he got in the poker game, and he got $40,000 behind, and you wouldn't let him leave the bus until he coughed up the $40,000.
Well, that's not altogether true. It's a good story, though.
And I think Toby Keith had a version of that.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Have you ever heard Toby Keith's record of I'll Never Smoke Weed with Willie Again?
Well, that's what brought it to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. You'd never smoke weed with Willie again. And the supposition was because Willie got him to smoke dope and then took his money on the poker table.
I'm not responsible.
Well, what makes a good poker player?
Oh, I don't know. I wish I knew, because I play a lot of poker, and I win and I lose, I win and I lose. I think it's real important to say check a lot.